Right, so the sixth reason why he's showing up like he given the bare minimum is because their love feel unstable, right? Because their emotions are inconsistent. Their love often feel like a roller coaster. Their love is confusing because one day they're affectionate and the next day they're distant. You know, you end up in a cycle of confusion because maybe you had an issue where maybe he did something wrong, and instead of apologizing, trying to make amends, trying to have a hard conversation, trying to have a discussion, trying to resolve conflict, they disappear for days, disappear for weeks, for months, however long, right? You end up in this cycle of confusion, and he has internal conflict because one day he want to be loved, but then sometimes it's on his terms, or when he ready to feel like he wanna be loved or being in a relationship, right? But when it's time to be accountable, when it's time to be open and consistent and have emotional responsibility and communicate and be vulnerable, they're nowhere to be found. That's why it could feel like a roller coaster. His love is unstable because he seeks comfort, but they fear the commitment. They fear the commitment. He want the warmth, he want the affection, he want the attention and the validation that you bring, but he's not ready for the emotional responsibility that comes with it. And that could be laziness. He will show up when he miss you, he would show up if he feel lonely, when he need reassurance. But when you need emotional depth, when you need consistency, they freeze, they pull back, they withdraw, disappear. So their love, you might say that, or we might come to a conclusion that their love is conditional. They only love you when things are going their way. They love you based on their comfort level, not on the connection, and that is what makes it feels so unstable. His love is unstable because he want the feeling of love, but he don't want to work for it. Most of the time they are emotionally lazy and complacent. Immature men often fall in love with how you make them feel, not who you really are to them. So because getting to know a woman takes time and it takes effort, and they don't want to do that. They crave the chemistry. They like attention, they like affection, they like the chase in the beginning, but when the emotional rush fades off, or when the honeymoon phase fades away, they lose direction, and that's being immature. Real connection and real love begins after honeymoon phase. They think that emotional excitement is the same as emotional connection. They don't know how to maintain love. Once the novelty wear off, it's like they drift, they get bored, they get distracted, they get detached, not realizing that real love is built on quiet consistency that comes after passion, right? They lack the resilience. They can't keep it going after the passion fades out in the beginning, and they need to show up as a mature man. They start being destructive, right? So men, when a man is emotionally immature, his love will always feel like a guessing game. You know, one minute he all over you and the next minute he disappear like you don't exist. He gives the bare minimum and thinks that it's good enough effort, right? He'll say he loves you, but you will still feel like lonely in the relationship, and that's because he never learned to love past his ego, past the pride. Once you have a lot of pride and you have a big ego, you can't develop yourself as a man. So he's stuck in his ego, he's stuck in his pride. An immature man will give the bare minimum because that is what he could give. He have not developed himself. He's like still a boy trapped in like a man body. He he doesn't dig deep, he doesn't reflect, he doesn't contemplate, he just does enough, show up and hope that it's good enough, and that's a trap, right? His love feels unstable because he is unstable inside him. He is unstable inside. He has not faced pain, he escaped pain. He has not faced his insecurities, his fears. He has low self-esteem, and he never learned how to love, how to nurture, and how to care for a woman, especially in his life. He don't know what he's doing. He don't have the experience of deep love. So as a woman, the love you deserve will never feel like you're begging, like you're waiting, like you're guessing, or hoping that somebody will finally show up for you that you really show up. It should feel consistent, it should feel steady and safe because it is coming from someone who is emotionally mature enough to give it. So we have to stop settling for men who make us feel like we're too much, when the real issue is that they don't have enough to give. Let them grow. Don't try to shrink yourself waiting for them. You deserve consistency, you deserve peace, because it won't be peaceful being with an immature man. There will be conflict, there will be confusion, there will be withdrawal, there will be arguments. They will be hard to go with. They are the ones who have to go because they lack accountability, they're not responsible, they're not dependable. So you deserve peace, and you deserve a love that show up every day. Not one that you have to keep chasing, you have to keep fixing, you have to keep begging. So let these men, let them figure out for themselves. Let him figure out himself. Let them figure themselves out. Don't lose yourself trying to teach him how to love you the right way. That could be really exhausting, and that will take a very long time, especially if he doesn't want to do it for himself. Because personal development needs to start with the person if it's going to work, and he actually wants to be better. And most of them, they don't want to be better, they want to stay complacent. They don't improve themselves. Most of them, they stay stagnant, they stay the same, or they get worse. So that's the end of this video. I hope it helps. You can like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.